The Day of Piglet by Benjamin Hoff. This one says, "Thank you, Pam Grabrook. Thanks for all you've done, Mrs. F. or Mrs. T." Someone had this book, so I must have bought this book used, but it looks in excellent condition. It was $16 once upon a time. For Lan Sai Ho. May I start off with something I read from another book?
Mm-hmm.
In the Book of Tibet, Shi Rab Dung, something like that, the Book of Wisdom of Tibet, it says, "The fire and the wind joined forces to burn the trees. Then the wind extinguished the fire."
Backstab.
You read another book. You see
Yeah.
how they notice things in nature and they said, well,
It's like this. Let's go destroy that tree. Yeah.
Now back to the Day of Piglet. "It is hard to be brave," said Piglet. You know why it's hard?
Why?
It's hard for him because he's not built like Tigger, stronger, faster, right?
Mm-hmm. In fact, he's made of bacon.
Yes. So that's what's happening to him. But it's a conditioned response. If you are taught to be courageous, if you are taught skills, for instance, you know that men size each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm no match for Paul or Ray or perhaps Frank. They have one has long arms, the other one has skills, and the other one is just too large, right? Like Bruce Lee, did you ever see in the movie how he defeated Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the basketball player,
No.
in the fight scene? Well, Bruce Lee climbs the stairs and he climbs the highest level. He beat everybody else in the building that was in the lower level.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets to the highest level, he steps in and he sees that the guy is sitting down. So he gets a little bit closer and instantly gets a kick, which was cute because the camera focused on the big foot, the print on the chest, all across his chest was his foot. You see how big that foot was? And Bruce Lee landed all the way over there. Why? Because he didn't know the distance. He walked in and got kicked. It was like, whoa, you got long legs.
I could make a game out of that. Like, you're Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm.
You go up one level.
Right.
Another level. A little harder.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit harder. And then the boss level is like,
Mm-hmm.
BAM!
Powerful.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm telling you is, I taught you Tai Chi Chuan. I'm nowhere near as good as my teacher or his classmate, Mr. Lee. However, I did knock some people down, in Tai Chi.
Oh, yeah. He could do 2-finger push-ups. He lives with us for a while.
Oh, well, Henri was just...
Henri.
You know why he goofed up, right?
Why?
He got too excited. He crashed into he was getting ready to move and he crashed into his own car and fell down. I mean, that is just...
Said we have to go to...
I had just told him, let's go to the grass. He said, no, there's no time for it.
Or not the grass, the park.
Let's go to the park.
But he was in a rush to go to the airport or whatever.
So, was
Where
it...
was he going?
I don't know. He had to go to a job interview. That's why never be in a rush, right?
Mm-hmm. Wake up at 6 in the morning.
Bruce Lee in a rush, I'll defeat him. What happened? Well, I was thinking about the passport, and I was thinking about... You got to be able to concentrate. I mean, all I did was about to attack, and he crashed into the car by himself. I mean,
Yeah,
he fell.
And then he scraped his hand.
Yeah, so did I really defeat him? No. He defeated himself.
Remember the beginning?
Oh,
Two
yeah, in the
kicks,
beginning.
2 punches.
Yeah, it would have been over very fast because, well, he told me how he couldn't attack me because it goes against his principles of karate. Karate begins with defense. Police officers are actually not taught that because many times they have to make the first move.
Yeah.
They have to grab someone. So, but as long as you dwell in karate is only for defense.
But it's pretty good for attacking too.
Well, yes, as soon as I got close enough to attack him and he thought it was an attack, he finished it quickly. Maybe it was 1, 2, and a kick or something. Yeah. So that's how he won the first match.
I don't really remember that match.
I remember the kick. I was like, what? I didn't block any of these 3 things. No, I felt the hand. I felt the thing here. He just held it there. Tung, tung, or tung, tung, and 2 of them, I think. And the kick I felt. But I was like, wow, he was fast. I was like, what, do I clap now or what? So that's how it went. But I had defeated other people also. I want you to be greater than I am. Therefore, you got to read books like this. They teach you.
Dad,
Hmm?
do you think that girls ever drinking Coke or soda?
Of course, girls. Your mother drinks soda.
The girl?
What
The
girl?
one that's super skinny?
Which one?
We painted her house.
Oh, you mean that
Little
Jasmine?
girl? Yeah.
Children. Yes, there are children in Honduras that drink soda and they're
No,
slim.
but do you think she's ever drinking soda?
I tell you what, I think she doesn't know how to use a bottle opener like you do, you know.
Yeah, but do you think
So you
she's-
could teach her that.
Do you think she's
Brought you
drinking this?
I brought you a mango juice or something. Hmm?
Do you ever think she's ever drinking this stuff or something like that? Cause she's like
Yes,
mad
because
at
she
them.
grew up in the United States where children go to McDonald's and they have a soda with their
Then
meal.
how come she's like doesn't like soda?
Oh, there are people that automatically don't like certain things.
I was like, what? You want water over soda?
Like as
Not
a
in
child,
America.
I used to see the boyfriend of my mother, Bob, bring 6 or 7 movies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I always, after a while, I began to think, I think it's too many. Because I would fall asleep after 3 of them.
Each one is 1 hour 37 minutes.
Yeah, but you know, there are breaks. Oh, let's stop the movie for a moment while we eat, you know, or we get the pizza, or we physically walk to get the pizza, you know. But then,
Physically walking after 2 hours and 30 minutes.
no, he would watch one movie and we'd eat. And sometimes he'd bring the pizza with us, or sometimes he'd come and say, "Oh, come on, let's go get the pizza. I got some movies." But we wouldn't watch the movies until after we got the pizzas. So it's hard to be brave, said Piglet, sniffing slightly, when you're only a very small animal. Rabbit, who had begun to write very busily, looked up and said, "It is because you are a very small animal that you will be useful in the adventure before us." Now, wasn't that something encouraging that Rabbit said?
But rabbits are super fast. Pigs are slow. Rabbits can go underground. Pigs cannot. They're too big.
Your mom is a rabbit. Did you see how fast she painted? And all the time she was like, come on, let's go, hey, let's do it, let's paint this house. We only painted one wall. It was a long wall from over there to all the way over there, right? What, another one? That's the chapter 1. One day, not long ago, I found Piglet sitting by himself on the writing table, gazing wistfully out the window. I asked what he was doing. "Oh, just wishing," he replied. "Wishing what?" I asked. "Nothing really," he said, turning pinker than usual around the ears. "You know, I won't make fun of you if you tell me," I said. "Well, I was only wishing." "Yes?" only wishing that someday someone would notice me. I notice you. I only meant that is, most everyone notices Winnie the Pooh.